is the next level after a C63S, a car that you can drive this hard on a public road and still be able to drive every day.
One year with the 2017 AMG C63S complete, and what a car. Loaded to the brim with every carbon fiber option imaginable, from the rear spoiler down to the diffuser trim, all the way to the front bumper trim. Oh, and the interior just as good. Even more carbon fiber awaits, with performance seats and every creature comfort you can ask for in a daily driver, including Distronic Plus. Not to mention how incredible this car is to drive.
Yes, it is unfortunately true. I am selling this amazing 2017 C63S, which I've had for exactly 1 year now. And in this video, I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I am selling. So let's just get straight into it. I'm glad to report, at least, that the reason I am selling this car is no fault of the car itself. The car has been absolutely amazing. It has been an absolute dream to drive, a dream to own. I've dailied this car for the past year, and I have put an astounding 15,000 miles in that time frame. And throughout that entire time frame, this car has performed amazingly. I have had no real major issues to complain about. The only real issue that I really had to send it to the dealer for was just this annoying vibration noise that was coming out of the dashboard area over there, and they fixed it. So other than that, I've just had to have the regular service. I believe it had one at 42,000 miles. This car does have now 48,500 miles. So yeah, it's been used, but it's been used very well, very clean, I think, for the amount of miles it has. So the new owner that's gonna have this car very, very soon, I think they'll be happy with it. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna be surprised that when they find out that it has like nearly 50,000 miles, when they look at how nice it is in here comparatively, I think they're gonna be pretty happy with how clean the car is. So yeah, it's not because I hate the car or anything. I love the car. The car has been amazing, and I would honestly keep it forever if I could. But the reason I'm selling this car is because that was always the plan for this car. I had always planned to keep this car for exactly 1 year, or maybe slightly above 1 year, because I am financing this car, and it was always my purpose to use this car to increase my auto loan history. Now, if you've never financed a car before, you might not know what I'm talking about. Why is this so important? Now, the reason that's so important is because the way credit unions and banks work when they're doing their auto loans, well, they're not gonna let you finance something that's much greater than the previous auto loan that you've had, unless the only way around this is if you compensate for that big difference with a down payment. So, other than that, say, for example, you financed your first car at $20,000. That's how much you've borrowed from the bank. The next loan that you want to get after you've sold that first car, they're not going to let you get past like $45,000, $50,000, $60,000. It's really this ladder that you have to climb up incrementally. So they're not going to let you finance after your first car being $20K. If you want something like $100,000 or $150,000, you're not going to get there. They're not going to give you that because they want you to build up to it first, unless of course you have that down payment cash. So before this car, I had one car that I financed at about $25,000. Then I got this one for $60,000 on finance. This is with great credit and all that, and a bit of down payment as well. You always want to put a little bit of down payment whenever you finance a car, just to have some equity in the car at least. After financing this car for 1 year, a little bit over 1 year now, and making all of my payments on time every single month, with my credit score staying stable, and actually it's improved over the past year a bit, I have now been able to qualify for more on the next car. So after I trade this in or sell it, which I'll talk to you about in a bit, what my plans are for that, I'm going to be able to borrow a lot more from the credit union or bank, and that's going to give me a lot more room to play with in terms of car. That's how auto loan financing works in a nutshell. If you're not familiar, it's really important to work your way up, unless again you have that down payment money to work with. With that out of the way, I now want to talk to you guys about the future. After I get rid of this car, which in less than 24 hours from now, I am taking this car It's pretty sad, but I'm taking this car to my friends at West Coast Exotic Cars in Temecula or Murrieta, California. Apparently, they already have a few interested parties that have been looking for this particular spec on the C63S. So hopefully everything pans out, fingers crossed, and hopefully they can sell this thing fast. I can always also just trade it in, but market value on this car currently is about $53,000, the retail price. If I were to trade it in, I would only get about $46,000, $47,000 at the top line. So definitely much more beneficial if they can sell this car for me. So yeah, this is the last full day with this AMG C63S. I'm gonna miss it a bit. It's been the best daily driver that I've ever owned, as you can imagine. But yeah, with everything in life, there's always bigger and better things to look forward to, and that is definitely the case here. So guys, I would like to welcome you. This is basically the precursor video to my finding my next car video series. So over the next, I don't know, hopefully not too long, couple weeks, I'm going to test drive other cars. With each car that I test drive, I'm going to also try to make a pseudo review while I do the test drive, try and get some more content for you guys. And I really want to try to lay out the pros and cons of each car that I do that review on, in terms of how relevant it is to my YouTube channel, the goals that I have for this channel, how it compares to this car, for example, as a daily driver. I still have my Jeep Wrangler, which is my true daily driver, but I want it to be usable, because I have my 458, which by the way, that I haven't even talked about that. My 458, this new car that I'm buying is not a replacement for the 458. I'm keeping the 458 forever, and thank you guys for your patience as I reveal this car, or wait to reveal this car. Just more things are happening with it that I just did not plan for, and it's coming soon. It's coming soon, I promise you guys. With this new car, I want it to be a daily drivable supercar. That's what I'm looking for. So there's a big ballpark of cars to choose from. I have no idea what I want right now. I haven't even driven half of these cars. So that's what I'm going to be doing over this next few weeks, taking you guys along with me on the journey, on the car buying journey, finding one that matches my needs. And man, it's gonna be a lot of fun, because there's a lot of awesome cars that I am considering. But at the end of the day, don't forget that I want it to be something like this car, just on an upper level. A car where I can just flip a switch, literally, like I'll do right now, actually, in this car, go from comfort to race. And right there, you can already hear, it's like a whole different animal already. If you want to push it a little bit, you can definitely do that. And I've been driving in comfort mode this whole time, other than right there, where I just flip that switch, and right away it's like I'm driving a whole different car. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's what I'm going for, that juggle and hide, something that's totally usable on a daily basis if I wanted to, but that's also a supercar waiting to be unleashed. Woo-hoo-hoo! Want it to be one of those Jekyll and Hyde cars is because I love to drive my cars hard on roads like this. So I cannot believe the comfort that I was driving this car to this canyon in, and now look at it. Look at what it is doing to this road. That is the car that I am looking for its replacement, but on another level, the next level up. What is that car? You guys tell me. I'm really going to be able to take some of your guys' input into this decision, because, well, what the heck is the purpose of a YouTube channel if it's not going to take into account some of your guys' opinions? So definitely let me know what is the next level after a C63S, a car that you can drive this hard on a public road and still be able to drive every day. Let me know, post in the comments below, guys. Oh, this car is so good. All right, I hope you guys enjoy that little POV drive. I just realized that I had never done one on this a good amount of that time. Final thoughts. I'm gonna miss this car. Honestly, I'm gonna miss this car. But I know there's more fun to be had, and I'm so happy just to be in a position to be able to move up from this level and get something better, something more fun, something more crazy. Yeah, I think that's on the card. So it's gonna be an exciting journey, checking out what all is out there. There's lots of cars that I have never even driven, never even sat in, that I'm going to be testing. So if that sounds good to you guys, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel, because I'm going to be putting many hours, a lot of time into these videos for you. So until the next one, I'll see you all very soon. Deuces!